Hello and welcome to Forever Sports with me, Roots, here this afternoon for round 9 of the Carling Black Label Currie Cup. It's the log leaders, the table toppers, the Blue Bulls up against the Fidelity Lions. It's a home game for the Bulls, albeit they're playing at Midstream College in Tshwane today, taking it to the local community and to the fans, of course. A 5,000 capacity stadium, but the heat is still going to be on here in round 9. Of course, it's 1 versus 2. The Lions chasing that top spot, and no doubt a victory here will put them in the number 1 position. In case you missed it just a little bit early on, preceding this game, of course, the Griquas at home to the Cheetahs, who are the reigning champions of the Carling Black Label Currie Cup. The Cheetahs going down there by 44 points to 31, taking a losing bonus point. But a full house of points for the Griquas, of course. They tend, looking at the log, to be out of the running for that top 4 spots. The Pumas still have an outside chance, of course, up against Western Province tomorrow. And it's going to be an interesting one. The Sharks, of course, will be playing against the Griffins. They'll be looking to pick up some points and solidify themselves in that top 4 spots that's available. As I say, the Cheetahs have done themselves no favours by going down to Griquas, unfortunately, the last couple of games. Going down to the Sharks, going down to the Lions last weekend, and then losing to the Griquas in Kimberley means they're on a 3-game losing streak. So the defending champions have a lot to prove. But a lot to prove here this afternoon, of course, is the Bulls and the Lions to push for that top spot, get a home semi-final, get through that, get a home final, and take the cup. It sounds easy. It's not going to be that easy. The Lions have been playing some great rugby in the Carling Black Label Currie Cup, and this is just to set us off for what is to be an exciting weekend of rugby here on Forever Sports. South Africa, of course, hosting the All Blacks in that titanic clash in the Rugby Championship at Ellis Park tomorrow afternoon, 5 o'clock South African Standard Time. Of course, catch it live here with Stevie P. There will be a build-up to that game tomorrow afternoon, so stay tuned to Forever Sports. And before I do go any further, do hit the like and subscribe to the channel, and of course, give your comments in the live comment chat. What's your score prediction? If you want to open it up, give us a shout out from where you are watching around the world or around South Africa, and talk to me a little bit about that Springbok game. What are your thoughts? Is it nervous excitement? Are you confident? What's your score predictions there? We're building that up. It's a taster this afternoon. It's round 9 of the Carling Black Label Currie Cup, and I'll be taking you through this one live. It's an exciting clash at Midstream College in Tshwane. So the Bulls not at home at Loftus Versfeld, but still technically a home game for them. I'm going to take you through the starting 23 of each team, starting with the away side, the Fidelity Lions. From 1 to 15, Morgan Nordia, JP Botha, Asanati Ntlabakanye, Ruben Skuman, Reinhard Notnagel, JC Pretorius, who comes in for the informed Renzo du Plessis, who is on the bench. He's really been in great form. In the last month, I think he's won 3 out of 4 Man of the Match awards, doing his stocks a world of good. It's lovely seeing the up-and-coming players making a name and pushing themselves in contention for higher honours potentially in the future. At 7, Ruan Venter. 8, Frankie Horn. The Springbok, Morne van den Berg at 9. Nico Steyn, 10. Tapiwe Mafura switches from fullback to the left wing. Marius Lowe captains the side at 12. Eric Cronje at 13. Rabs Makwane and Kuan Horn, another Springbok at fullback. 16 to 23, Franco Marais, Jean Skuman, Conrad van Vieren, Etienne Oosthuizen, Renzo du Plessis from the starting lineup onto the bench. Look out for him in that second half. Full of flair, full of flavour, full of intensity. the flank forward. Jared Keynes at 21. Sanele Nohamba makes a welcome return. We'd love to see him get on the park and work his magic at 22. And Reynard Jonker at 23 for the Lions. For the Bulls, 1 to 15, Dylan Smith, Joe van Sale, Kutam Chunu, Merva Ulifi, Sintu Manjezi, Nizam Kar captaining the side at open side flank number 6, Korne Beets, Selampilo Gumede, should I say. My apologies. At 8, also another upcoming star in the making, Selampilo Gumede. Look out for him behind the scrum. Bernard van der Linde, Jaco van der Walt at fly half for the Bulls. Trevino Jacobs, look out for his power and pace. Chris Barron Smith at 12. Cornell Smith at 13. Katlejo Letebele has been upgraded from the bench to the right wing at 14. And then Kanan Moody, who was released early on in the week after making his way back to the Springbok squad, Rassie Erasmus saying there are a couple of players that just need a couple of extra minutes before they make their way back into the team. Look out for him, potentially in that second game against the All Blacks, if not so against Argentina in a couple of weeks' time. So an exciting blend of youth and Springboks on the pitch this afternoon here at Midstream College. And it's going to be 1 versus 2. The Bulls, of course, with a victory here, will cement their place at the top of the table, unbeaten up to this point in the Carling Black Label Currie Cup. But no doubt the Lions are going to be that team that will be putting pressure on them here this afternoon. So it's exciting here this afternoon to take you through this one, folks. As I mentioned, put it in the comment section what your score prediction is, who you're voting for, and of course, how excited are you for that Springbok game at Ellis Park tomorrow. It's a big one. I know a lot of us rugby fans have been building up for this one for a long time. It's almost upon us. And a game like this, between 1 and 2 in round 9 of the Carling Black Label Currie Cup, can set us on our way for an exciting weekend of rugby. No doubt I'm backing the Springboks by 6 points tomorrow. Do share your thoughts. And of course, from where in South Africa, where around the world you tuned in for, as we see the players making their way onto the field. The fans, of course, here at the Midstream College, right up against the thick of the action, taking the game to the fans. And Morne Ferreira will be the referee this afternoon, getting some good experience behind his name. He's a young referee, but no doubt rubbing shoulders with some of the best in terms of South African domestic rugby here this afternoon. The Bulls up against the Lions in round 9. And for me personally, I think this is going to be a cracker of a game. Conditions look good overhead. Underfoot looks pretty good as well. So we're in for some running rugby. Welcome to all the fans tuned in. Share the link with your friends and family, of course. As I mentioned, on Forever Sports, we will be live for the Springbok and the All Black game, building up tomorrow from 4 o'clock, kickoff at 5 o'clock South African Standard Time. And then Cal will be live for the Argentina game, hosting Australia in the other matchup of the Rugby Championship. But we're underway. It's the Lions who kick off, and they find themselves in possession. A little bit sloppy there from the Bulls. It's Morne van der Berg who cleans up. They set up a ruck, and it's quick ball by van den Berg to his lock forward. Reinhard Notnagel, centre field, working their way to the 22 now, the Fidelity Lions. Quick ball by van den Berg. Finds another tight forward, Ruben Skuma, to take it up. He's brought down, but it's quick ball here. Kuan Horn looks to break away. Wriggles himself free from the first tackle, but he's brought to ground. The Lions keep possession here, and it's not Nagel again who feeds JP Botha. They're up. and over the 22 now. JC Pretorius to Raps Matwane. He looks to break away. Just loses control of the ball. The defender coming across for the Bulls there, doing just enough to cause Raps Matwane to just lose control of the ball here on this left-hand touchline, about 7 meters out, and it was in fact sent to Manjezi, the lock forward of the Blue Bulls. Coming across there, it's going to be a scrum down to the Bulls, about 6 meters out from their own try line, 5 meters in from this left-hand touchline. How will the scrums play out here? The engine room. The Bulls will be looking to get a good hit here so that they can exit properly. To feed here for the Bulls is Bernard van der Linde. 2 minutes into this clash, and we see the Lions already with that attacking intent that we become accustomed to. Taking it up there from Bernard van der Linde, he's 12. Chris Barron-Smith, he's brought to ground just to get a better angle for Bernard van der Linde there. And he finds a good touch just about outside the Bulls 22. Just relieving some pressure for the moment for the Bulls here. But it will be a line-out set play to the Lions, the first line-out of the game. Accuracy at set play, no doubt, is going to be important for both sides. But 1 versus 2, you expect them to be efficient come line-out time. The throw-in from Botha. Over the top, Morne van der Berg. JC Pretorius goes in to clean for the Lions. They recycle quickly, the Bulls. Calling for numbers on this right-hand blind side. Van der Berg plays quickly now. Nico Steyn met hard on defense, but they recycle, and it's Asenat in Klabakanye for the Lions, who's brought to ground, still in possession. It's all defending for the Bulls for the moment. Marius Lowe breaks away from one. Kewan Horn cuts back in field. They're up and over the 22 now. Marius Lowe with the pick and go for the Lions. Morne van der Berg. It's all happening at the rate of knots here for the Lions. Keeping the ball alive. Not Nagel. Wonderful offload in the tackle. The Lions still in possession. Look to free it up down this right-hand side. It's a fend off. It's a try. It's Eric Cronje for the Bulls. I beg your pardon, the Lions. The Bulls have been defending for dear life. And the outside centre with the hand out. Stretched saying, the bus is full. Goes over for the try for the Lions. They open up the account here immediately, putting pressure on the Bulls. We're just about 5 minutes in. And for the last 5 minutes, it's been pretty much all the Lions, and they have reward for their efforts in the form of a try by that man, Erich Cronje, and the conversion to add the extra 2 will be attempted by Nico Steyn. One last look. Shapes for the kick. It's sailing. It's wide. Perhaps looked like he was rushing it a little there. Nonetheless, the Lions up and on the board early on here. The Bulls will be looking to get themselves some better territory. They've been in their own half since the beginning of this game, and it's Jaco van der Walt to restart. He opts for a kick down the center of the field. It's outside the 22. It bounces loose, and it's Morne van der Berg who takes it up. He's brought to ground, and Nico Steyn plays half back. He feeds Morgan Nordia. Wonderful ball retention from the Lions, doing all the basics right for the moment. Van der Berg from the base shapes with a kick. It's high. It's Raps Matwane who's chasing, but on this occasion, an unforced error by Morne van der Berg. Of course, got his first start couple of weeks ago in that test in Perth, gaining some international experience. Welcome back by the Lions, but on that occasion, just lacking in accuracy there with the kick. And the throw-in from Joe van Zyl is loose, but somehow the Bulls manage to get possession back. Van der Linde feeds. Merva Olivier is brought to ground. The Bulls now have an opportunity. Centre field working their way into the 22. Gumede. Soft hands. Goes into clean. On this right-hand side, it's Kanan Moody who looks to break away. Van der Linde to Gumede. The Bulls looking to hit. Right back here. After conceding early, it's advantage, says the referee, Morne Ferreira. And it's a quick tap. Bernard van der Linde looks to go. The Bulls are intent on playing attacking rugby, but the Lions weren't back 10 metres. So we get to do it all over again. This time the Bulls find themselves 5 metres from the Lions' try line, and it's going to be Jaco van der Walt to put it into touch on this right-hand touchline, 5 metres out from the Lions' try line. Can the Bulls strike back? Will we see an infamous driving maul? A power punch here from the Bulls, but it's all gone loose. So just lacking in terms of accuracy on those 2 occasions, one earlier and one now for Joe van Zyl. Not what the doctor ordered. Coach Piwe Nomlomo will be pulling his hair out, no doubt, or attempting to at least. Lacking the accuracy at line-out time. The ball was fed to the back, but just weren't able to control it on that occasion, the Bulls. We're going to have a scrum down to the Lions. To packed house at Midstream College. Capacity of 5,000. Keeping it nice and intimate. But the Bulls will be ruining that miss so close to striking in opposition territory. It's the Lions to feed here via Morne Vandenberg. Strong set from both teams, but it's Vandenberg who gets it away. And taking it up and over the advantage line is Marius Lowe. Vandenberg to Venter is brought to ground. Just looking for a good angle now to clear here. From within their own 22 is charged down. Centre Manjesi with the long arms of an octopus. But the ball bounces loose. Fortuitously for the Lions, and Vandenberg clears up there. Some nervy moments as Centre Manjesi got himself in the thick of things. Flailing his arms in the air, charging it down. But the bounce of the ball eludes the Bulls there, and it's the Lions who clear via Morne Vandenberg. Joe van Zyl now will be desperate to get their line-out set play functioning here. Manjesi, safe hands. Kutum Chunu. Stravino Jacobs coming off his left wing to look for some work. And here come the Bulls now via Smith. The outside centre, it's quick ball. But mid on the gain line then, somehow JC Pretorius rips the ball clear for the Lions. And in an instant, the Bulls lose possession here. Morgan O'Dear goes into play, half back. Showing some silky handling skills to Keon Horn, who puts it upfield, but it's the Bulls who can counter via Kanan Moody. Jacobs, there's space out here on this right-hand side. Back to Moody. Just tackled around the ankles. Couldn't free himself up. But the Springbok full back there showing some great attacking intent. But the Lions hoof it upfield via Keon Horn, and the Bulls have to concede a massive amount of territory. Katlego Letebele going back to pick up the loose ball. And unfortunately, doesn't find a lot of ground. The Lions, with a mini victory there, they're going to be right up on the Bulls 22. The Lions lead by 5 points to 0 after that early try from Eric Cronje. The Bulls have visited the opposition 22, but have absolutely nothing to show for it. They find themselves deep now in their own half. In fact, on their 22 on this left-hand touchline, it's the Lions. With the line out, JC Pretorius feeds Marius Lowe, who hits it up hard over the advantage line. It's quick ball from the Lions, the Bulls. In a deja vu moment, you're having to defend. Kewan Horn with the soft hands. JP Buerta. Nico Steyn to Asanati and Klabakanye. Somehow the Bulls have ripped it clean. Lost forward on that occasion by Klabakanye. The Bulls will have the advantage there. Nothing gained. We're coming back for a scrum down. But still stuck deep inside their own half. About 20 metres in from this right-hand touchline, but great attacking intent from the Lions. Up to this point, the Bulls just lacking a bit of rhythm and the accuracy with the set pieces. So far, both teams have gained some traction in terms of a solid scrum, but it's going to be Bernard van der Linde to feed for the Vodacom Bulls. 20 metres in from this right-hand touchline. They've got the comfort of the 22. Strong scrum from both sides again. And it's the Bulls who come away with it. Van der Linde feeds Jaco van der Walt, who puts it deep upfield. But it's Kewan Horn who sends it high. The contest will be there. From the Lions, Tapiwa Mafura chasing Kanan Moody. Got the ball there, tried a little chip over the top, just coming off the side of the boot, gifting possession back to the Lions. Line out, beg your pardon. The Bulls line out has not been functioning well at all. 1 from 3 up to this point. It's the Lions in possession now. Van der Berg to his tight head prop. Asanati and Klabakanye is brought to ground. They look to play this blind side. Van der Berg keeps going down that side. Frankie Horn takes it up. The Bulls putting some pressure on defence, but still in possession, the Lions. Up and over the Bulls' 10-metre mark. Van der Berg. Nico Steyn. It's Kewan Horn who picks up the loose ball and he's away. You can't give him an inch. But there was a hand in there from a Bulls player, so they're going to come back for the scrum to the Lions. Give that man Kewan Horn an inch, he'll take a mile. Nico Steyn brought to ground, but in the process it was the assistant tackler there, Katlego Letebele, just getting a hand in there, forcing the knock on. And a scrum down to the Lions on the Bulls' 10-metre mark. 15 metres in from this left-hand touchline. So all the territory in favour of the Lions at the moment. 16 minutes into this clash. Daryl Hammond says, "Let's go, Lions." What's your score prediction, brother? What's your score prediction for the Springboks versus the All Blacks tomorrow? That's the big one. A couple of the All Blacks players have never played at altitude. How will that affect things? Will it work in favour of the Boks? Like I said, my prediction is the Boks by 6 as the Lions break away from this scrum, but playing under advantage from Morne Ferreira and a scrum infringement from the Bulls. It could be a potential 3-pointer here. Interesting to see what the Lions do. Not opting for the 3 points, it's Q on Horn, who's going to look to put it deep into the Bulls 22. Attack, attack, attack. That's the theme of the day up to this point for the Lions. Wayne Barnard says, Bokke met 10. Love the enthusiasm there, Wayne. We'll take it by 1, but that sounds about right, if you ask me. I went for a cautious one, said by 6. A win anyhow we can get it against the All Blacks. What a weekend it will be as the Lions from the line out maul the Bulls 5 meters out from their own line. Somehow the Bulls looking to disrupt it here, but it's the Lions who come away with it. Slow ball, but nonetheless. Ruan Venter takes the hit. Morgan O'Dear with the pick and go. They're working from left to right. The Lions only 5 meters out. And it's going to take a massive defensive effort here from the Bulls to contain this Lions side. Full of attacking intent. It's pick and go. Nhlaba Kanye takes a couple to bring him to ground. Ruan Venter with the pick and go. We know how strong he is. Can the Lions go into double figures here? They're just about under the posts. Vandenberg to Frankie Horn. But he's double tackled. Caught behind the advantage line. But it's pick and go. Doing the grunt work here. The Lions forwards. Are they up? Are they over? Yes, they are. Their effort has paid dividends. And it is that man, Ruan Venter. Another Springbok in the making for the future, who goes over for the try, working relentlessly around the ruck there with the pick and go, the Lions. And they've been rewarded with their second try. The Bulls shell-shocked for the moment, yet down by 10 points to 0. The kick, all but a formality for Nico Steyn. Missed his first one, of course, but this one right under the sticks. It's up, it's over, and the Lions lead by 12 points to 0. Daryl Hammond says Lions wen met 15. So you reckon they'll go top of the log? The Bulls at the moment currently sitting on 36 points. The Lions on 33. A victory will take them to top spot. Judging from the way things are going, we'll see a couple of bonus points in this game. The Bulls are yet to find their stride as Van der Walt kicks off and the Lions kick off and break away from inside their own half, just outside their 22. They're all the way up to the Bulls' 10-meter mark now. It's all Lions here. Gomede makes the tackle, but it's quick recycling again as the Lions shift it down to Frankie Horn. The man with the gas wraps Matwanes away. Can he find support? Yes, he can. Vandenberg wrapped up by Van der Walt. But it's Steyn who goes in to play halfback. Porter. And the Lions are red hot at the moment. Playing under advantage. They will come back. We're 15 meters from this right-hand touchline, about 7 meters from the Bulls' try line, but it must be said, some rather flimsy defense from the Bulls at that restart. Marius Lowe broke away. And just the support play from Van den Berg there. Great tackle from Van der Walt. Jaco van der Walt, but the recycling speed at ruck time for the Lions is what's the difference here at the moment. They put it into touch and they're going to look to put the squeeze on the Bulls here. It's Botha to feed. Finds his man in the middle of the line out. Reinhard Notnagel. Breaking away is Botha. Stretch for the line. Sniping around the corner. And he's over. And the Bulls at the moment in dire straits as we close off the first quarter. We know there's still 3 quarters to go. But the impressions I'm getting here at the moment, the Bulls find themselves under serious pressure. Perhaps not so familiar with this ground, of course, here at Midstream College, but that's no excuse. There's 4 lines and 23 players on each side. You got to bring it. No matter if you're playing on the back of a boat or at Midstream College or at Loftus. The Bulls are struggling at the moment. Staying with the conversion attempt. It's successful. It's 19-0, and the Bulls have it all to do here. The Lions bringing the heat. It's red hot. Mark Sony says, and Tlabakanya for Bok captain. That's an interesting call, Mark. What did you put in your coffee there, brother? Something strong? Save it for tomorrow. Our nerves are going to be finished against the All Blacks. And the Bulls somehow get the restart back. The Lions looking to disrupt it. But some wonderful work there from Katlego Letebele to get that ball back for the Bulls. But somehow the Bulls got stuck in that ruck. And the referee calls for a scrum down to the Bulls. JC Pretorius for the Lions, making a nuisance of himself. But some great work from the right wing of the Bulls there, Katlego Letebele. They need a couple of those moments in succession to really get back into this game. One feels JC Pretorius could have been penalised there. Not really making an effort to roll away, but the referee calling for a scrum down here to the Bulls. About 10 metres in from this left-hand touchline, just outside the Lions 22. The Bulls are going to have to camp out here for the rest of this half. This area of the field, make something happen, set up some phases, get the line-out set play going. And it's a breakaway here from Bernard van der Linde down this left-hand side. Just losing the ball in contact. Did all the hard work there, the halfback of the Bulls. But it's Nico Steyn who picks up the loose ball from that knock-on and sends it into touch. He bamboozled them all, but then lost the ball at a crucial moment. Dad de Goede says Lions must just keep the momentum going. If you're a Lions fan, you're very hopeful they'll take top spot with the momentum they're showing at the moment. It's all in their favour, whether it be the bounce of the ball or just the attacking intent. The Lions get that ball back from the line out, and Van der Berg from the base feeds one of his tight forwards. They're 15 metres out from this left-hand touchline, just on their own 10-metre mark. And Van der Berg will shape with a kick. The chase is on here. It's high, it's contestable. Mafuro is in the air, but Letebele has done well there for the Vodacom Bulls. And they're in possession. Massive hit from Marius Lowe. It's all over the place at the moment. The bounce of the ball. Rip Smith Quade just couldn't hold on. He came flying through for the Lions there. One feels these conditions you shouldn't be losing the ball, but at the speed he was coming, you can kind of forgive him. But all sloppy from the Bulls. And he would have been in under the sticks. Kanan Moody was hot on his heels, but the momentum would have taken Rubs Mtwane over the line. But in fact, we're coming back to early infringement there. It must have been the hit. From the Lions, it's Jaco van der Walt who'll put it into touch. So it's Marius Lowe who was penalised there from that tackle. Relief for the Bulls. They look to play it, send it through the hands. But they need to make something of it here, the Blue Bulls. Deep into the 22 of the Lions on this left-hand touchline. It's Manjesi again. Can they find some traction with the driving maul? Joe van Sale in control at the back. The Lions fragmenting here at maul time. Still in possession, the Bulls. Where's the ball? They just about on the line. Kutam Chunu looking to play halfback. No, he's going to pick and go. Just short. Time for the Lions to defend here. The Bulls have to score to get back into this game as we approach the half-hour mark. It's slow ball for the Bulls. Is it on the line? Is it held up? Ruan Fenter goes in there. The defenders coming from all angles. But the referee is not convinced at the moment. It seems as if he's going to go upstairs. The assistant referee says he had the ball on the line. No need for the TMO. Morne Ferreira awards the try to the Bulls. And it's Corne Beets, the former junior Bok, who gets over for the try, just squeezing it on the line. Ruan Fenter did all he could, but he just couldn't stop that one on that occasion. And it is the first 5-pointer for the Vodacom Bulls. The conversion attempt to take it to 7. Jaco van der Walt with his first kick of the match. Here's a bit of a stiff breeze. Can he find his compass well within range? Van der Walt sends it through the middle. It's sailing over. That's a full 7-pointer, and the Bulls find themselves with some sort of reward being in that area of the field. Mark says, Mark de Aldileos Boca. I can see where you're coming from there, Mark. There are a couple of Boca in that Lions team. Must be said, a young Lions team not work so well together. But Springbok caps in the likes of Ruan Venter, Morne van der Berg, Ewan Horn, amongst others. As the kickoff is made by Nico Steyn, the Bulls take it up via Sintu Manjesi, looking for a better angle here. It's Bernard van der Linde. Lovely little break early on. They just need some sort of confidence. And working as a team, crucial. Couple of moments of individual brilliance. But the Lions have just had that support runners at the right moments. The Lions with the line out after the clearance from the Bulls here. Nico Steyn, as they work it from left to right here towards the Bulls 22. Eric Cronje, one of the try scorers for the Lions. They just need one more for a bonus point. Big hit on Morgan Nordia, but he keeps bumping them away. They don't bring him to ground. Eventually he's brought down. Down this blind side they go. Notnagel stretches his long giraffe legs and frees it up. The Lions keep it alive. It's Cronje again. Ditting, darting, dancing his way through, but just brought to ground. It's the Bulls who are defending here. Lovely hits from Jaco van der Walt. But they still manage to recycle the Lions. The lock forward on that occasion, Ruben Skuman. Huan Horn leaving it behind, but cleaning up the mess. The Bulls looking to get over it, but the Lions have gone back a couple of meters. Van der Berg to Nordia to Puerta. Centre field from right to left are the Lions. Frankie Horn with the soft ball from Van der Berg. The Lions not afraid to take it into contact. Mafura had a rather quiet afternoon, but a penalty advantage here to the Lions. Looks like a ruck infringement. The Lions love it at broken play, and it's Marius Lowe who goes straight through to one. Here's a try. Yes, it is. Morne Vandenberg goes over just about under the sticks, and that is the bonus point try for the Lions. They've turned on the heat from the first minute, and they haven't let off in this first half, and they've got just reward to show for it. Playing under advantage was Marius Lowe there, running straight as an arrow, and then the support running from Morne Vandenberg to go over for try number 4. 24 plays 7 with a kick to come. Let's make it 26 to the Lions. And all the hard work from the Bulls to score their first try has come undone there. Opened up like the Red Sea. Dylan Smith there, not spotting Marius Lowe running that straight line. Then for sure, the loose head prop was never going to catch him. By the time Marius Lowe found his support, Dylan Smith hadn't even turned around, and the Bulls have a lot of work to do here. With just about 7 minutes to play in the first half, it's Jaco van der Walt who goes deep, this time inside the 22 of the Lions, and it's Vandenberg off his left boot who will look to clear for touch, and he finds a safe one, albeit not the best angled kick. It will give the Bulls an opportunity here to attack. They've got to get some phases together, the Bulls. Just fragmented for the moment. Not getting some real time on the ball, and again, it's the line out of the Bulls that's functioning despairingly. And the Lions manage to clear now with an up and under from Steyn. Bouncing loose. It's the Bulls who try and pick up the pieces, but coming all over it and counter-rucking are the Lions. They just wanted that little bit more. Marius Lowe to JC Pretorius right up against this left-hand touchline. Wrestles his way, but he's brought to ground. Vandenberg, centre field of the Lions on halfway. Marius Lowe is hit behind the advantage line. Made that wonderful run earlier that resulted in Vandenberg's try, and it's the Bulls via Beets. Back in possession, Mchunu goes route 1, but he's brought to ground by Notnagel. The Bulls in possession here, up and onto the 10-meter mark. There's a massive tackle there. Up and over the 90 degrees. Someone's going to be in a little bit of trouble, and it's that man, Marius Lowe. Who's going to get a talking to? Will they refer this upstairs? Yes, they will. This is where the drama begins. We, of course, hope no situation like that affects tomorrow's game in terms of yellow and red cards. We want it to be a spectacle. We're anticipating a spectacle. 23 Springboks and 60 million South Africans staring down the New Zealand haka. What is better than that? But a rather awful attempt at a tackle. Marius Lowe making no effort there on Dylan Smith. Initially, it wasn't Klabakanya who made the hit. Marius Lowe coming in for the assist. And then just making no attempt, throwing him beyond the 90. And no doubt we're in for a card. I say yellow. Dylan Smith kind of jumped into it, one feels, but irrespective, player safety of crucial importance. And the Lions could be down to 14 for pretty much the last 5 minutes and the first 5 minutes when they restart after half time. Let's have a listen in here. In fact, there's not going to be a yellow card. I was being a bit dramatic. There's no drama, folks. The referee and the TMO kind of feels he did, in fact, jump into that. On another day, perhaps another referee could see that one differently as things stand at the moment. With the game to finish now, the Lions would be top of the Carling Black Label Currie Cup after round 9, putting up a commanding performance here in the first half against the table toppers, but the Bulls again scrappy at line-out time. They did get a penalty from that tackle attempt, but no cards. So we're still 15 on 15. Bernard van der Linde, Dylan Smith, centre field as the Bulls look to work their way to the Lions 22. JC Pretorius somehow almost wrestling that ball clear, but the Bulls have still got it. It's the outside centre, Smith. Quick ball here down this right-hand side. Bernard van der Linde looking for Kane Moody, but it's Trevino Jacobs who cleans up the mess. It's Kane Moody. Can't free up the arms. Tackle just short of the line. And the referee saying it's a knock-on from Kane Moody. He's having a discussion with the referee. Usually quiet in demeanour, but he looked confident there that perhaps there was a Lions hand involved. Tapiwa Mafura there, playing the ball on the ground. Surely the referee missed that one. Surely now you can see why Kane Moody was upset. And they're going to go upstairs. There's the drama I was looking for. Tapiwa Mafura did well to make the tackle on Kane Moody to hold him up short. But as Kane Moody wanted to free the ball up and pop it up to his support, it looked like there was a hand in there from the defender. And that's cynical, folks. You can't be playing the ball on the ground. When Kane Moody talks, you listen. Okay, Morne Ferreira, you got it. Let's wait and see the outcome here. The Bulls are desperate for something here just before half-time. David Kelly says, brilliant commentary. All the best for SA in the game tomorrow from a Scotsman. Thank you, David. I take it you're supporting the Boks tomorrow. Or you're neutral. What's your score prediction, folks? I don't see anything. Mark Sony says Marius Lowe for Boks centre. He's had a good game up to now, the Lions captain. From my vantage point, it's Tapiwa Mafura who gets a hand in there. It's decision time for Morne Ferreira and his assistants. Upon consultation with the TMO, They have to run across to the other end of the field to take a look at the screen, so we're just waiting for him to run back to the mark, which is all of 100 meters. So getting his steps in today is Morne Ferreira. Tapiwa Mafura is going to march. The Lions are going to be down to 14. Playing the ball on the ground was the winger. He made the tackle, did all the right work. And it's a penalty try. Double blow here for the Lions. And a straight 7-pointer for the Bulls. They're right back in it. They've had a rather lethargic first half, but Kane and Moody looked to free up Bernard van der Linde. Sneaky as ever was Tapiwa Mafura. But you didn't get away with that one, son. The Bulls still trail by 2 scores with 3 minutes to go here in the first half. David Kelly says, going for the box tomorrow. You guys have given us a few of our best players recently. 31-22. I'll take that score any day of the week, David, and twice on a Sunday. Great to see South Africans so confident. How often do you see a South African team go in as favourites against the All Blacks? I don't think I can remember when last, albeit barring the World Cup final last year. People forget that was a close game nonetheless. The All Blacks are hurting. They've got a point to prove. But as Springboks, we don't fear the haka. We back our systems. It's the Lions who have conceded a try, and immediately from the resulting restart and line out, win the ball and have a driving maul set up as efficient as ever and score try number 5. It all happened so fast. Marius Low in there in that maul, giving Mark Sony's comments some traction that he should be due for higher honours. Really is a robust player on that occasion, showing his versatility to get stuck in at that driving maul. And the Lions up to 31, and the Bulls 7 points potentially could be negated here. With just about a minute to go before half-time, there will be a restart, of course. Nico Steyn with the conversion. It's over. That's 33 points to 14. And the Bulls, just when they score on 2 occasions now, have conceded almost immediately. Who was the try scorer there? Was it PJ Botha or Marius Low? Because the video screen is confusing me. They're showing 2 different players on that try as the try scorer. Albeit the Lions have scored, folks. It's 31 points to 14. It looked like that conversion was over as the scoreboard not been updated. It's all a little bit messy at the moment. They're looking to play it quickly. We will have time for a line out, but it's a Lions throw in. They've been functioning well this afternoon in terms of their lineouts, the Lions. This time, the ball does roll into touch as the lineout is won, and that will be half-time, folks. It is the Lions who are ahead here. By 33 points to 14. The scoreboard on the video screen shows 31, but that conversion looked like it was over unless some plant. But join us for the second half in a couple of minutes. Get your refreshments. share this link, like and subscribe to the channel. We're building up, of course, here on Forever Sports to the epic clash tomorrow between the Springboks and New Zealand at Ellis Park in the Rugby Championship. This round 9 of the Carling Black Label Currie Cup is all but a taster to get us in the mood for that clash. I'll see you in just a little bit. Hello and welcome back to round 9 of the Carling Black Label Currie Cup. It's the away side, the Fidelity Lions, in control, in full control, against the Vodacom Bulls by 33 points to 14. As we get the game underway, and immediately an unforced error from Jaco van der Walt, putting the Bulls under pressure. They're going back for a scrum centre field. But this game, no doubt, getting us in the mood for that big clash tomorrow at Emirates Airline Park in the Rugby Championship. The Springboks, the world champions, back-to-back, 4-time winning world champions up against the 3-time world champions, the All Blacks, who are hurting, no doubt, after that 1-point loss. And of course, Sam Cane starting the game for the All Blacks after getting that red card. He has a point to prove. But South Africa, in front of 60-odd thousand and 60 million South Africans, I have a good notion to believe they're going to put on a show. And it's the Lions from that scrum who are putting on a show here. Up and towards the Bulls 22. From left to right they go. Picking up the second half where they left off, PJ Botha, who in fact scored that maul try for the Lions. Try number 5. It wasn't Marius Lowe, but somehow it's Smith who wrestles it away for the Bulls. Cornell Smith, the outside centre, of course. Chris Barron-Smith is his inside centre partner. And away with it comes Merva Willefear of the Bulls, looking to clear their lines here. An early unforced error from the restart. It got the second half underway, and the Bulls find themselves having to clear their lines here. And it's Bernard van der Linde who keeps it in field. He puts it high. Nico Steyn fumbles, but it's Rabs Makwane who's away. Can't hold on to it. It's backwards. No, it's not. Stravino Jacobs on defence there, putting in a hit. And it's gone forward. The Bulls will have the scrum, but still stuck on their own 10-metre mark, just about centre field. They've got to get going. They haven't kicked into third gear yet, the Vodacom Bulls. Trailed by a massive 19 points. That's 3 scores just to get even. But the crowd here at the Midstream College enjoying this evening of Vodacom. Carling Black Label, I beg your pardon, rugby. Vodacom nothing, it's the Vodacom Bulls. I'm mincing my words here. At the moment, the Bulls, having not gained any traction in the opposition territory, they function pretty efficiently at scrum time. It's at line-out time where they haven't really put it together, but it's Bernard van der Linde for the Bulls. I want to hear some more score predictions for that game tomorrow. Let's get into the mood. 2 weekends of South Africa versus the All Blacks. Surely we're not sleeping on that one. It's the Bulls who clear downfield, straight to Kewan Horn, but he puts it safely into touch on this left-hand touchline. No nonsense approach, but we're on the Lions' 10-metre mark on this left-hand touchline, and it's Joe van Sail to feed for the Vodacom Bulls. The Lions kicks out of hand, almost double to the Bulls. But they've been more accurate, and it's the Lions again who win a line out. And it's JC Pretorius who comes away with it. He's met hard on the gain line by the Bulls' defence. Still in possession, Morne van den Berg to Cronje. It's Kewan Horn looking to break away down this blind side. Beats Pretorius, the kick ahead. But it's Stravino Jacobs who cleans up for the Bulls. And there's an opportunity here if they can shift it wide. The Bulls down this left-hand side. Advantage, high tackle there. So the Bulls have an opportunity with the free play here. It's Van der Linde who snipes from the base. Can't make it past Asanati and Klabakanye. And it's a high tackle there. And it's Frankie Horn who's pinged by the referee. The Bulls will have an opportunity to kick into touch and get into the Lions' half, which is what they desperately need at this point. Just not able to put the phases together. That can free up the likes of Kane and Moody, Stravino, Jacobs and company, but a wonderful kick into touch. Deep into the 22. From his own 10-meter mark, Jaco van der Walt making amends for that restart. The beginning of the second half. Into the 22 the Bulls are. And it's Joe van Sale who look to find the likes of Sentu Manjezi. And again it's disrupted from the Lions, and it's Nklabakanye who comes away with it. Bernard van der Linde taps him to ground, and it's the Lions who kick it upfield. Straight down the middle by Kewan Horn. Stravino Jacobs looks like he's going to put it to boot. No, he's running straight. Just grabbed by the jersey by Morgan O'Dear, but a lovely run from Stravino Jacobs can set the Bulls away here. Smith, the outside centre, is brought to ground, but again the Lions disrupt it and they're in possession. Just the intensity at the breakdown from the Lions. A little bit more pure, but the Bulls will get the penalty. Marius Loping there, looks like it was a high. A wrap around the neck at the clean-out. The Bulls getting the opportunities, but not doing anything with it. And off the side of the boot from Jaco van der Walt. You can see immediately when he struck it, he wasn't happy with that penalty kick into touch. And it was Marius Lowe with the clean-out on corner Beats there. The Bulls in the right area of the field, but not going beyond 3 or 4 phases. And at line-out play, they've been rather dysfunctional. Joe van Sale with the line-out throw here for the Bulls. Merve Willefeer at the back for the Bulls as they take it up towards the Lions 22. Daryl Hammond says, SA wen met 30. That is a lovely scoreline. Imagine that. Daryl, dat sou fantasties wees. It's the Bulls in possession via Kutam Tunu. They're only 6 meters out now. It's a pick and go. PJ Botha has got to roll away there. But it's the Bulls hot on the attack. Try time! And they do get their third try. They're up to 19 points. And they get the first score of the second half. It's Joe van Sale. Has not been able to find his jumpers this evening. After Kane and Moody was in the thick of things with the pick and go there. Telling Rassie Erasmus, don't forget about me, but it's Joe van Sale with the last attempt, and up and over the try line. It's Keegan Johannes who's on the field. Can he inject some urgency to this Bull side as he looks to add the extra 2? It's sailing. It's sailing. It's over. The Bulls up to 21. They trail by 12 points. Eric Cronje tried for dear life to go as low as possible, but Joe van Zyl had the grunt power and brute force to get over. And Keegan Johannes made it a full 7. It's Friday evening in South Africa. We're at the Midstream College in Tshwane. It's the Lions so far who have kept a grip on this game, but the Bulls slowly staying within range. And somehow the Lions, though, come away with the restart. And Frankie Horn looks to come away with it, but he's brought into touch by the Bulls' defence. Silimpilo Gumede amongst others there. It's going to be a Bulls line-out. They stuck between their own 22 and the 10-metre mark on this left-hand touchline. It's Merva Willif here again. In fact, it's Janus Kirsten, the replacement on the field at the front of the line-out. The Bulls via Bernard van der Linde, who puts it high. Stravino Jacobs is chasing. Safe hands from Rabs Makwane. It's a loose ball. Who wants it? The Lions in possession via Mafura, who's back on the field, of course, after getting that yellow card about 5 minutes before half-time. The Bulls not really able to take full advantage of the Lions playing with the man short, and it's Van den Berg who finds grass in the field of play. Nobody looked like they wanted it there. It's going to be a Bulls line out just inside the Lions half. The Bulls still fighting their way back into this game. Unbeaten so far in the season's Carling Black Label Currie Cup, but coming unstuck here in round 9. It's Janus Kirsten with the safe hands again. Van der Linde. The Bulls caught behind the advantage line. The Lions surely offside. What does the referee say? No. Janus Kirsten cleans up that mess. Van der Linde puts it high again, but there's no real chase. And he's kicked it straight into touch. What were you thinking, son? They can ill afford that unforced error, and the Bulls will have to concede possession here. The Lions will have a line out just inside the Bulls' half on this left-hand touchline. Still lead by 12 points. It's Lions 31, 33 in fact, the Bulls 21. Mark Sony says 57-0 to the box. Very bold, Mark. I'd like a little bit of what you're smoking there, son. Takes me back to 2017 when the All Blacks thumped us by 57 points to 0. Don't remind us, Mark. Don't remind us. The Lions in possession here via Eric Cronje from Morne van der Berg. On the Bulls' 10-metre mark, playing from right to left. Just about centre field, Van den Berg to PJ Botha, who's got a try to his name. It's quick ball from the Lions. The Bulls looking lethargic on defence. Wonderful work from Van der Berg in support. The Bulls have to get back. They're losing their shape on defence here. The Lions up and into the 22, centre field. Van der Berg to Ruan Venter. When they concede, the Lions have shown they like to strike right back. It's Morgan or Deer with the pick and go. Van den Berg. Nico Steyn, centre field. Trying to find a gap, but he's shut down. Still in possession, playing under advantage here. The Lions. Will they strike back? Yes, they will. The Bulls just can't get within a score range of this game. And it is that man, Morgan O'Dear, the loosehead prop, full of running this evening, who goes over for the try. Taken up by Ruan Fenter, who has been industrious as ever. But take nothing away from that man, nor Morgan O'Dear, you beauty. The Lions up to 38 with the conversion to come. Tier 789 says, let's go Lions. They heard you loud and clear, Tiance. And the Lions take it up to 40 points with that conversion. And again restore their 19-point lead. The Bulls score, the Lions hit right back. They've done it on 3 occasions. And on this occasion, it's Morgan Nordier who goes over for the try. The conversion is good. Fidelity Lions 40, Vodacom Bulls 21. As we see the introduction of more players off the bench for the Bulls. Mornay Smith on the field. The replacement prop. The restart. From the Bulls. And Mornay Vandenberg makes no mistake with the clearance. Lively crowd, which is technically a home game for the Bulls. But in unfamiliar territory here this evening against this passionate Fidelity Lions side, taking it to the Bulls, telling them we're going to be your first loss of the season. The Bulls have to respond. Van der Linde to Merva Willefear, the Bulls playing under advantage here. It's all opening up in round 9 here at Midstream College. Willefear takes it up again. No advantage there, says the referee, Mornay Ferreira. And the Bulls have got to get on with it. So Keegan Johannes, the replacement, is on for Jaco van der Walt. We used to see him playing at 9, showing his versatility there. Just a ruck infringement. The Bulls put it into touch. About 12 meters out from the Lions' try line on this left-hand touchline. Janus Kirsten just calling his troops together, saying, folks, chaps, gentlemen, we can't let this one run away with us. The scoreboard tells us we're 19 points down and there's only just about 20 minutes to play as we close off the third quarter here in round 9. The table-topping Vodacom Bulls trail against the Fidelity Lions, who have been in complete control of this game. It's Kane and Moody from Bernard van der Linde. He's wrapped up by Mornay Vandenberg. Keegan Johannes to Gomede. We know he can carry up and over the advantage line. The Lions now, have they stolen it? Somehow they have. Would you believe it? Vandenberg to Steyn. It's high. It's into touch. And a great clearance under pressure there from Nico Steyn. Somehow the Lions thwarting that attack. Crucial times in this last quarter for the Vodacom Bulls. They will relinquish top spot, of course, should they lose here. And for all intents and purposes, the Lions deserve their 19-point lead. The Bulls again, the line out, not clean, but they somehow come away with it, working their way towards the Lions 22. Van der Linde to Merve Willerfield. Showing real intent with the carry on attack there. They're up and over into the 22 now, the Bulls. Down this right-hand blind side, Kanan Moody. Can he get it? He put the grabber in. And it's try time for the Vodacom Bulls. Katlego Letebele, the rising star from the junior box. Picked up by the Vodacom Bulls, and it was Kanan Moody, the Springbok, who put the grubber in. And the bounce of the ball just set up nicely for Katlego Letebele. The Bulls do get their bonus point try. Crucial conversion here from Keegan Johannes right up against this right-hand touchline. But we're in for a game, folks. The Bulls just can't afford to concede again. They keep scoring, but they keep conceding. The conversion is over. Bulls 28, Fidelity Lions 40. Tience says, yes, 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 Lions, you make us proud. Mighty Lions. We're in for a game here, Tience. But on defense, the Bulls shoring too many points. They can't afford to concede any more to stay in a realistic chance of pushing this game to the wire. The restart from the Lions, and it's immediately knocked on. Letebele, the try scorer there, just slipping a tackle. The Lions playing under scrum advantage. But it is opening up. It's a high-scoring affair. Will we see that tomorrow? Or can the Boks hold out the All Blacks? We know the All Blacks are coming to run us out on our feet. What effect will the altitude have on them? But a really good All Black side, it must be said. They outnumber us, I think, in the All Black starting lineup, 890 caps. The Springboks at 632. On the bench, though, the Springboks have more caps, 380 odd to the All Blacks, 188. So how will that play a part? The finishes for the Boks, the 6-2 split versus the 5-3 split. As Eric Cronje looks to break away for the Lions, they're up to halfway, looking to play down this right-hand blind side. Morne van der Berg to Frankie Horn, to Kewan Horn. He's wrapped up. Wonderful work there in the counter. Just couldn't follow through there, Keegan Johannes. But it's the Lions still in possession. Van der Berg to Marius Lowe. The Bulls need to get their hand on the ball. The referee playing advantage to the Lions here. Coming in from the side was one of the Bulls players. And the ball floating around the field. JC Pretorius can't hold on to it. But it's a free play for the Lions. They're coming back for a penalty. And it's Mihlali Morsi who's pinged by the referee on that occasion. Thought he had rights to the ball, but the referee thought otherwise. The Lions are going to find themselves now via the boot of Kewan Horn deep into the territory of the Vodacom Bulls. Just when they find themselves in a position to get themselves back into the game, the Bulls are now deep in their own 22 on this left-hand touchline. The Lions with the feed from the replacement hooker who's on the field, Franco Murray. And it's a driving maul here. The Bulls fragmenting at maul time. The ball pops loose. It's Morne van der Berg who looks lively, sniping around that base, but he's brought to ground. It's the replacement, Murray. Quick ball from the Lions here. Westhuizen takes it up. They're working from left to right, centre field. Nordia goes into clean. Amongst others, JC Pretorius, Fenter. They need to bring him to ground. He's a powerhouse for the Lions. Is there an attempt at a drop goal? Van der Berg to Steyn. And that's 3 points. Thank you very much. Cool, calm and collective. Nico Steyn. Sail between the uprights. And the Bulls just not keeping their awareness there. Trailed by 15 now. That drop goal takes the Lions to 43 as we see the introduction of another rising star in the form of Sanele Nohamba. Touted for higher honours. Suffered an injury that put him on the back foot, but he's back in the swing of things. On for that man, Nico Steyn, who just slotted 3 points and said, thank you, I'll go and rest. The restart is cleared by Morne van den Berg. The Bulls have to score twice. In fact, they have to score 3 times. Just not able to get back into it, conceding points. After scoring some points, they have a lot of ground to make up with only about 14 minutes to go here. Janus Kirsten. But it's not straight, and that's one of the areas of concern. Jean Els on the field for Joe van Zyl. And the referee calling the line out not straight. It's going to be a scrum down to the Lions. That is really a coach killer. The Bulls just about up and over into the Lions territory. In fact, over their 10-meter mark, but they have to concede possession here in the form of a scrum. Mark Sony says Antoine Nohamba definitely got the skill set to become something great. Is Nohamba. His versatility, exciting. Don't be surprised to see him in Springbok colours in the future. At the moment, it's still Morne van der Berg at 9, so Nohamba will slot in at 10. He can get a backline going, that's for sure. But it's the Bulls who trail here at Midstream College, staring down the barrel of potentially their first defeat in this season's Carling Black Label Currie Cup. That will send the Lions to top of the table. It's a massive scrum from the Lions. And they're playing under advantage. It's Q on Horn who comes away with it. Mafura. He's almost away. And towards the 22 go the Lions. Renzo Duplessis. This exciting young player on the field. He's brought to ground. Nohamba with a kick pass. Look at that vision. Rabs Matwane. The ball being kept alive here. Lovely ball from Jared Keynes to Rabs Matwane, who was wrapped up. And the Lions find themselves 5 meters out. The Bulls have to respond. Big bump off there from Janus Kirsten on Renzo Duplessis. But couldn't make much more ground, and they're going to come back for that knock-on. Wonderful vision from Nohamba to send it out wide to Jared Keynes. who found Marius Lowe, who found Rubs Matwane, the Lions, with that attacking flair on display here this evening. The Bulls are going to be in a position where they have to start playing from deep. And it's Marius Lowe who's had a good afternoon, the captain. The inside centre who's replaced by Reinhard Jonker. So some more fresh legs for the Lions. Cleaning out that bench. Just about up. 10 minutes to go. The Bulls are going to have to score 3 times. One feels it's a bridge too far, but we've seen stranger things happen. No doubt they've been outplayed up to this point. So it's going to take an Italian job to get this one done. The Bulls 15 metres in from this left-hand touchline, about 7 metres from their own try line. They'll need to start playing. Bernard van der Linde to feed. The pickup from Gumede. Up and over the advantage line he goes. And they have to play now, but it's lost forward by Merva Willowfield. It's Jared Cairns who comes away with the loose ball. It's red hot for the Lions here. Mafura ditting his way through. He's brought to ground. The Lions pick and go. And then send it to Not Nagel from Morne van den Berg. Renzo du Plessis won't be stopped. Remember the name. You'll be hearing more of him in the future. And that will no doubt be a wrap here. At Midstream College, the replacement flank forward Renzo du Plessis goes over for another try. The leading try scorer in this season's Carling Black Label Currie Cup adds another to his name. And the Lions can make it 50 here. Send the Bulls packing with the half a century of points. It's that man, Sanele Nohamba, to do the honours of potentially adding the extra 2. Easy as you like for Nohamba. Sailing over! Mark says, Renzo, the try-scoring machine. Thank you, somebody else sees what I see. Making a name for himself, a household name for himself this season in the Carling Black Label Currie Cup. And the Bulls will have to settle, one feels, for a 4-try bonus point. The Lions, of course, will take a full house with just over 8 minutes to play. Too much to do. And from minute 1, the Lions have really taken a stranglehold on this game. The Bulls not finding their rhythm. They've got some exciting players in their ranks, the likes of Katlego Letabele. Kane Moody, of course, the Springbok, just garnishing some minutes before his reintroduction back to the Springboks. Of course, Rassie released a couple of other players, the likes of Mani Lebok, Stephen Kitsoff, to their provincial unions. What an exciting Springbok team for tomorrow's clash. The likes of Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu at fly half. Apelele Fassi at fullback. He has, of course, Cheslin Colby and Kurt Lee Orense to keep him calm. But Rassie, no doubt, building something towards 2027. We can start believing that we can go back to back to back. Then we have the likes of Kwagga Smith on the bench to really be that robust player in that second half. What an exciting clash at Emirates Airline Park tomorrow afternoon. Jasper Wiese, of course, back. We know he likes Route 1. He's going to fold some All Blacks tomorrow. We just need to make them understand what we're all about. They've read it in the news. They know everyone's talking about it. But some of those players in the All Black side have never experienced what it's like, firstly at altitude, but then in South Africa. Eben Etzebeth coming off the bench. We're going to do this, guys. We're going to do it tomorrow and stay at the top of the Rugby Championship for the Bulls. They won't be staying at the top of the Carling Black Label Currie Cup. Fighting hard to the end here. Merva Willerfield takes it up. But they're going to concede top spot to the Lions, unfortunately. A lackluster display here at Midstream College. 5 minutes to go. It's the Lions 50. The Bulls 28. Here's an opportunity. Wonderful hit from Rabs Matwane there on Juan Els. It's Kanan Moody who's looking to break clear. Can the Bulls get try number 5? Gordien van Rieenen. Advantage. Says the referee. Nothing comes of it. We're coming back for a Bulls penalty. Rabs Matwane there on Jean Els. Bit of a mismatch in terms of size, but held his own there. Perhaps the question one feels for some head contact, or was it just a rugby collision? The referee getting on with it by the looks of things, as Keegan Johannes puts it into touch, 5 meters out from the Lions try line. It's the Bulls who are going to have to try and finish here with some sort of consolation. The line out is successful. The maul is successful. The try is good. And it is Juan Els who goes over for try number 5. It's been a festival of tries here this evening. But the Bulls, one feels, were always chasing the game. They concede 5 points on this occasion, but they'll go home across the UK with 5 points. The Bulls will have to settle for 1. Some sort of consolation, though, for the Bulls. Give some sort of respectability to the scoreline. Henry Plaatje says, come on, Bulls. Henry, you're just a few minutes too late, brother. I know it's all about positivity, but if you followed it from minute 1, it's been red hot for the Lions. The conversion is unsuccessful from Keegan Johannes right up against this right-hand touchline. Dad de Goede says, well, what can I say? My team has come to play. You're a poet and you know it, Dad. Well done to the Lions. Let's talk about the Springboks for the last 2.5 minutes. I want to know some score predictions. By how much? If you're not brave enough to give a score prediction, as Kewan Horn takes the restart, it's Merva Willerfield running hard all night. Apparently the game in Cape Town next weekend could have sold 3 times over as Kanan Moody looks to break away. This is what we came to see. Surely now, as he looks to find support. We haven't seen enough of that all night. You got someone like Kanan Moody in your team. You've got to find ways to unlock him. Let's keep the ball through the phases, suck in the defence, but the Bulls fragmented at the best of times. At set piece, just not good enough. Kane and Moody again from Van der Linde. He's hungry. He's starving. The Bulls don't even look hungry. Up to this point, they want to start playing now. Keegan Johannes sends it wide. Gumede is wrapped up by Raps Mkwane on this right-hand touchline as they look to break into the Lions 22. They want to finish here with the flourish. Juan Els, Duplessis, Renzo Duplessis with the hit. Making an impact off the bench. Dan de Goede says, All Blacks 30, South Africa 17. Boo! You're not my favourite person at the moment, Dan, but I respect your scoreline prediction and your opinion. But it's Rassie versus Razor. The theatre has been set up at Emirates Airline Park for a magnificent show. And the Lions have put on an absolutely magnificent show here. Up by 50 points to 33. Nothing short of simply sensational. One must feel to take top spot in this sort of fashion. Give credit where it's due. This Lions team is on a mission. As they break away now via JC Pretorius, they're not done yet. He's brought to ground. Vandenberg, Nohamba. It's Jonker. They want to break clear with another try. Q on Horn. Is there an opportunity? Yes, there is. Rub salt in the wounds, why don't you? It's Raps Mkwane who goes over to make it 55. The hoot had already sounded. That will be that. After the conclusion of this conversion. But it's red hot here at Midstream College. The Lions in full control for pretty much the most part, if not all of this game. The Bulls always chasing straws. Top spot go the Lions. They switch it up. The Bulls came into this game at top spot. The Lions in second spot. It's all changed. At the conclusion of this game, it's the Lions up by 55. The conversion to make it 57. You better believe it. They've done it. They are victorious against the Vodacom Bulls by 57 points to 33. What a way to get us in the mood for this rugby weekend. Here on Forever Sports, of course, we'll be live with Stevie P for that Springbok versus All Black clash at Emirates Airline Park. There will be another game with Cal, where Argentina hosts Australia in La Plata in Argentina. But no doubt all eyes will be on Emirates Airline Park, folks. South Africa versus New Zealand, 107 games later. It still has all the rivalry of the ages. Join us here on Forever Sports, but from myself, Roots, here on this occasion, the Lions up to first spot. Victorious over the Vodacom Bulls by 57 points to 33. It's been an absolute pleasure to take you through this one. Until next time, from myself, Roots, bye for now.